The next race up was the FIM Mini GP 160 class, where this incident happened on the formation lap. The pole sitter, Matthew Thomas, going down, and due to safety reasons, he is not allowed to get back on the bike. In junior class racing on bikes, if you crash, you are out of the race, whether it's on the formation lap or in the race. Drama, Jake, at the start of this one.
That is catastrophic bad luck for Matthew Thomas. Can you believe the pole sitter will be absent from this race before it even begins? Sebastian Kozlowski and Max Robertson then are going to be alone on the front row of the grid. Then Josh Herring, Leo Soliu and Ollie Everts will be on the second, with Riley Robertson, Austin Wilton and Charlie Bunn giving chase. But Matthew Thomas, he doesn't even get the chance to showcase what he could have done in this first race of the weekend. And that's a confidence crusher. That is disastrous for Matthew Thomas. So the race will start without him, and it becomes a fight between Sebastian Kozlowski and Max Robinson, with Herring, Soliu and Everts set to race over the scraps. Off we go, and it's a perfectly reasonable start for Sebastian Kozlowski. No problem at all in the FIM Mini GB UK 160 class for him to start off. The riders here between the ages of 10 and 14, and as they go into Rib Bend for the first time, Sebastian Kozlowski in absolutely perfect mode. Second place, that's Josh Herring ahead of Max Robinson as they go up the reverse corkscrew. So now the race becomes between these three. A little bit of a run wide there from Herring. This could be exactly the opportunity that Max Robinson's been looking for down the Bob Pope straight. He looks quick off the turn. Josh Herring's got to be committed, but I think Max Robinson's going to make the move into the Wiggles, and he's already got him before they turn in. Great riding from Max Robinson. Excellently done. Got the line perfectly out of the reverse corkscrew, and now he gets to go after Sebastian Kozlowski, having dealt with the pressure of Josh Herring, and now Herring's got pressure of his own. It looks like he's going to have to really work hard to keep Riley Robinson at bay. So Riley Robinson, having made a spectacular start, this is now Riley Robinson's chance to shine. One less rider on the grid gives Robinson the confidence to go after Josh Herring. Leo Soliu there in 5th position, having had a fairly reasonable start to the race, but that's not where he wanted to be. Then Wilton, then Sticky Bunn, Charlie Bunn himself, and Ollie Everts at the tail of the field. So through come the two leaders, Kozlowski versus Robinson. And Robinson is really going to make the charge here down to Rib Bend. He'll dive for the inside line, and he takes the lead. But can he shut the door on the exit? Kozlowski is going to draw back level with him once again. And as they go up to the reverse corkscrew, Kozlowski back in front of Robinson. Oh, magnificent dueling between these two. They'll come off the reverse corkscrew and down the Bob Pope straight. And this is where Robinson really needs to use the same tricks that he pulled on Josh Herring. He's going to go for it. And Robinson back in front. 3 overtaking moves in less than half a lap. And Robinson is back into the lead of this race here at Teesside. A great first race for the FIM Mini GB UK 160. And Robinson is in front, but Kozlowski's not done yet. Can you imagine how sick to the stomach Matthew Thomas must be, having to sit and watch this on the sidelines thinking, but I was faster than all of you in qualifying. I should be the man who's leading this one. So Robinson ahead of Kozlowski. Herring in 3rd, Riley Robinson in P4. Then Soliu, Wilton, Bunn and Everts. So a very tough race battle. Ollie Everts had some problems with his bike on the first lap, by the way, but his pace is starting to come back to him once again, as Max Robinson bags in a 1:15.7. That's half a second quicker than Kozlowski, but interestingly, Josh Herring is actually now catching these two as well. So I would suspect that Josh Herring's got a little bit more in reserve here to try and take on these two. This is going to be fascinating up the hill. As Kozlowski goes up the reverse corkscrew, he wants to try and make the same move on Robinson that Max made on him a lap ago. Kozlowski's very close as they go down the Bob Pope straight. But this is where Robinson is so confident, up to the Wiggles, and there's no chance for Kozlowski to get back in front. Right, left, right, and then up to the long flowing left-hand hairpin here. Hairpin number 1, hairpin 2, and look how close Josh Herring's got to them. This could be a 3-man brawl now, as Herring is close right up at Kozlowski. Kozlowski having a look down at the bike on the way down towards South Bank. I wonder if he feels there might be a slight problem with the machinery at the moment. But certainly Max Robinson has the confidence and the audacity up front. This is great work through hairpin 4. He'll go up towards the dog leg. And Max Robinson is in command of this race now. This is not an easy ride for Kozlowski now. He's got to try and retaliate, as into the third position charge. Josh Herring has just completed the half distance mark with a 1:15.022. That is monstrous speed from Herring, going a couple of tenths of a second quicker than both men up front. So Josh Herring is threatening to steal the win from both of them. This is where we get the high quality riders of the FIM MiniGP UK 160. Gostovski swarming around all over the back of Max Robertson, but Herring is not far away down the Bob Pope straight. 1, 2 and 3, the riders fighting for the victory, and Herring has caught these two men up. So can Josh Herring go for the move on Gostovski before Gostovski can get past Max Robertson? Into hairpin 1. Herring having a look for the inside of hairpin 2. He's not close enough to make that overtake. So Gostovski needs to use that opportunity. He's fended off Herring for the moment into South Bank. Nobody's brave enough to get the overtaking move there. You've really got to have nerves of steel for that move. Up to hairpin 3 and hairpin 4, building back up towards the dog leg. Again, I think the next big overtaking point is going to be rib bend. So Sebastian Gostovski needs to nail these next few apexes and shake off Josh Herring. Otherwise, Herring will make the overtaking move before he even knows what's hit him. Still, they race so close together, these three riders. Through paddock bend, along the paddock straight and up to rib. And here comes Josh Herring. He's going to stab it on the inside line. He'll go for Gostovski, but he can't make it. He's got to wait. So Gostovski is furiously getting back on with it at the corkscrew, the reverse corkscrew. Meanwhile, Robertson versus Soliu. So Leo Soliu has got right up to Riley Robertson. There's only a quarter of a second between these two. So you've got to think about when the move's going to come. Battle for fourth position. Here comes Josh Herring. Side by side with Gostovski, and he's made it. Josh Herring in a second into the Wiggles. So Josh Herring, the young lad from Bury St Edmunds in Suffolk in East Anglia, getting the move into second position. Now he can take on Max Robertson. But Gostovski's going to have another attack off the turn and down the straight towards South Bank. Herring holds it for the moment. This will do nicely. But Josh Herring has got into second position at exactly the right time, because there's only one lap to go at the end of this one. And Josh Herring is going to have to work so hard to keep Sebastian Gostovski at bay. And this is perfect for Max Robertson, because he's got that little bit of daylight now between himself and Josh Herring. Over the line, the last lap begins, and Max Robertson has a lead that looks completely unchallengeable. Through paddock bend. But Sebastian Gostovski, the youngest rider in the field, of course, trying his best to work his way back on terms with Josh Herring to get in a second position up to the reverse corkscrew. And Herring fancies his chances of a win here on Max Robertson. Gostovski is no longer his target. Now it's Max Robertson. A good run off the reverse corkscrew and down the Bob Pope straight, and he might challenge towards the Wiggles. Here comes the opportunity. Herring is so close to Robertson. Carry the speed. Keep it going. You might have something in a hairpin 1. He's not close enough. He's got to hope that there's another opportunity into hairpin 2. Here he goes. Can't get close enough. Max Robertson has put his bike everywhere he needs to place it. As up in front, that is Charlie Bunn, who will need to get out of the way. But the three leaders are closing up. Could this change the race? As up the inside, Gostovski's got to run off South Bank to go up the inside, and he's going to get boxed in. He'll get to both. Sebastian Gostovski snatches the win away from Robertson and Herring with a brilliant bit of racecraft. They get boxed in behind Charlie Bunn, and Sebastian Gostovski snatches the win on the very last lap here at Teesside in the first FIM MiniGP UK race of the weekend. Let's see how he did it. So Herring drifts wide in South Bank. That puts Gostovski to the inside line. So he draws level. Robertson's going to try and lap the back marker, but he hesitates because he doesn't know where Charlie Bunn's going to go. That drifts him wide, almost into the path of Herring, and Gostovski sees the gap and snatches it away. Absolutely incredible from Sebastian Gostovski. He takes the win away with just 3 corners remaining. Sebastian Gostovski snatches the win then from Max Robertson and Josh Herring. Riley Robertson fends off from Leo Soliu to the flag, ahead of Ollie Everts, Austin Wilton, and Sticky Bunn. Charlie Bunn in 8th place, but what a steal from Sebastian Gostovski in the dying embers of this opening race of the weekend. Fantastic.